Hello and welcome back to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be playing some more Slay the Princess. I think we're reasonably close to an end, if not the end. I don't really know. Anything can happen, really. But let's load our last game up and get back to it.
Don't lose your head. We're in a cabin. We'll take it from here.
We're in Chapter 4 now. We've never got beyond Chapter 2 before, so we're in uncharted territory, basically.
No steel claw, though. Was tossing it the only thing we've done that was permanent? That's a sick joke, universe. A sick joke.
So yeah, we've got a large cast of voices in our head now.
If it's gone for good, then maybe we never actually needed it. That's what I've been telling you all. We can do this without it. We're tougher than steel. Yeah, mind over matter.
I haven't seen Paranoid before either.
Who needs violence when you have love? Who needs love when you've mastered yourself? Who needs anything when we don't matter? Well, boys, are we ready? There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. Leave it to the pros. Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover. Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only... It's fine. I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing.
Sometimes it advances automatically, and sometimes most of the time I have to click. Only it's more of a slide, we know. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along.
Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs, or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this. Don't care. Just want to see how this ends. Fine. You make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it? I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it, though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to...
Are you going to say what she does?
Hang on, sorry about that. I'm very tense, and my finger advanced the text, because I'm going to do it right now. The narrator was just ... Are you going to say what she does?
Do you want me to talk now? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. And then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Are you ready for what comes next?
I don't know.
Holy shit! She's gorgeous. Absolutely divine. Yes! Behold, the perfect woman. Do you think we can throw her out the window? That looked painful. How is she still alive? Heart's still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. I'd say we bow down to her right now if that had ever even slightly worked for us. This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing. We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it. Narrator, what just happened? It's so quiet.
Him too.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You do not act as the princess approaches, instead allowing her to crash against your form. And yet there is seemingly nothing for her to crash against. Again and again she swings at you, but there never really was a you to swing at.
This worked before. I was able to make you dead before.
She swings again, and this time she hits something, or something hits her. She looks down in confused terror as her arm bends and folds in upon itself.
Did you do that? It's funny if you did. You're nothing. You've done nothing to me, and I've done so much to you, and that's who we are. But it's like you're nothing now. You can't be nothing. If you're nothing, then what am I? Am I nothing too? No, I'm the one who hurts you.
She hurls herself at you, but as she does, her metal body bends outward. The very contact with what you are repelling. The very contact with what you are repelling her to the point of destruction. The very contact with what you are repelling her to the point of destruction. The din of shrieking metal subsides. Something small and delicate falls into your hand. It's her heart. It beats gently, calmly, in your hand. Not another word is spoken. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. Approach the mirror. You do so. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. Hang on. That isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in the shadow just beyond the reflection. I can kind of see like a bird-type head, like an eye and a beak, like teeth. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
Oh, is that the narrator? A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. Oh, okay. Yeah, we can see there's a bird face. Oh, it's got lots of eyes. Or are they just because it's on different shards? There's lots of things here. Maybe we'll be able to work down them. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
I'm just going to change the audio levels a little bit, because feels like the voice is getting a little bit quiet. There we go. We drop the sound down a bit. What happened there? Did we lose a bit of him? What are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Okay, we can't ask all these questions, or we're going to run out of bits of him. I've met you many times. Have you been the same you all along?
I haven't, and that's by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world.
Hang on, let's just digest that for a second. The construct you're in exists in many places at once. Any time you failed, it would restart and shunt. Okay, so kind of like a multiverse type thing?
But you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Oh, Okay, there are ones I want to know here, but I'll try and prioritise them. So you do know about the looping. So many of the times I met you, you denied it even being a possibility. Why did you lie to me?
Any other version of me you talked to was just that, a version of me. It wasn't me. As to why they lied, perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. For all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really? Except for me. I can tell you for a fact that I'm right.
If you made me, then what am I?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
Wow, okay. What is the princess? Did you make her too?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Start to run out. So many questions. Why would you want to rid the world of death?
If you need to ask that question, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you cannot grasp the abject horror of dying.
Scroll down to the bottom, near the bottom. The people out there beyond the walls of the construct, do they know about this? Do they want to know? Do they know what you want me to do to them?
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is give them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end.
Do you know things won't just be worse if I destroy her?
Of course they will be worse. I saw a glimpse of a better world, and I did what I could to make it real. Anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
We might have two more. She's capable of becoming whatever people believe her to be. Can't I just will her into something small?
As you are now, you won't be able to will her into anything. You don't work the way a living being does. Not anymore. And as you were before, you couldn't be trusted with the knowledge of what she is. No one could be trusted with that knowledge. Intrusive thoughts have a way of creeping in and ruining everything. It's why I had to die.
Last chance. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I still have to see what she thinks about all of this.
I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the Long Quiet, a vast and nascent god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. See to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I'm the Long Quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
Did you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
So, loads of questions again. There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end. Pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked if all of them would have led us to this moment?
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it. A boundless torrent of blades cut you from boundless angles. You are a body. You are gory ribbons. You are a body again. And you feel all of it.
Ah,
On and on it goes until your bodies are not your thoughts or not you. Alive, dead, alive, dead, alive, dead, then alive and dead all at once. You learned to put yourself away and to follow the flow of reality. And you used it to humble me, to show me how far I was from what I needed to be. You died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives, and yet it is all so far behind you. Unjust impossibilities pushed you to become something you would never have been without them.
Even if the journey was agony, the end gave the struggle meaning.
And even then, what we saw was not an ending. When I thought I had reached an unconquerable peak, you showed me how much further I could still climb. A shiver passes through you as unseen fingers, cold as the grave, dance across your skin. They remember the violence you inflicted on them, and yet they do not return it. I offer you a path to your redemption, and you take my hand in yours. You felt the pain you caused another, and you were willing to sacrifice everything you thought was you to set me free. Without sin, there is no redemption.
I get it, there's no need for us to keep fighting. I'll leave with you. I just don't know how. Stop the fight early and so. Or should we keep talking? And I would sacrifice everything to free you again.
And yet there is nothing left for you to sacrifice, so long as you accept me with open arms. Your lover drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? Love melted into skepticism, and you pulled back layer after layer after layer, until all you were left with was the knowledge that you did not know me. You sought the truth then. Will you hide from it, now that it is within your grasp?
I don't want to hide from the truth.
Then don't. Leave with me. There's no need for you to fight what we are.
I won't leave with you, not until you see things from my perspective.
If you need more time to open your eyes, then I will give you all the time in the world.
You become nothing, a black hole of self-loathing fed by the matter of your restless thoughts. You are terrified of a power so far beyond you that it strips the meaning from your every action. But at the feet of that power, the dark parts of you cannot help but burn away. Your inadequacy is reduced to cinders by the blazing light of the divine. When I proclaimed my godhood and presented you with a place by my side in my new creation, you gladly took it. Without me, there is no future to look towards. It is hope that carves meaning into consciousness.
Consumed by your own ego.
And through your lack of one, you too were consumed. Yet together, we were able to create something beautiful. A trick behind your back and a trick behind mine. We dance, revolving and revolving around each other, but forever stuck in place. We both move, and yet we both don't. For each of us watches the other instead of ourselves. But forever is not forever. You let me move and I slammed the door. But that is not the end. And both of us must face our partner once again. The barbs twist deeper, but they do not have to. To change is to hold the potential to rise above. Would you limit yourself to what you are now? Or would you like to see what you might become tomorrow?
There are no endings, there are no limits. If there are no limits, then there is no difference between growth and decay.
Meaning lies in experience, and experience lies in contrast. Abandoning one's search is not the same as losing the capacity to discover. I am contrast itself. To reject me is to reject the shape of everything. Do not use words to reduce that which your eyes know to be irreducible.
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Are you starting to see? Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
Okay, it's time to make a choice, I think. What do you think happens if we leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
Doesn't sound too bad. I never wanted to fight you, but how do we leave?
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
Free yourself. You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here, except for her, is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
I love you.
Take her hand. All at once the unyielding tension breaks. You are free, and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality. Something that simply is. What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
I guess we step into the infinite. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contains 1,000 more. You exist, and you are aware, just as you always have been, and just as you always will be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. Well, there we go. That was this playthrough of Slay the Princess. And it's interesting. It's very interesting. Sort of became okay. I mean, there are manifestations of the princess we didn't see. I only know because I've seen screenshots, and I know there's at least one version of the princess we never encountered. So I think there is definitely scope to have multiple full playthroughs of this, and maybe try to take different options even beyond the, I think, sort of 5 alternatives we were able to take. I can certainly see there were instances when there were still options we could take. Okay. But yeah, no, I enjoyed that. It was odd, unsettling, contemplative, philosophical, all of which I like. In the end, it sort of became amusing about the nature of existence and death and reality, and how it all kind of works together as a tapestry. And you can't get rid of death without getting rid of what it means to be alive, kind of, is kind of my takeaway from that. But leave me messages in the comments about your take on what we've seen, what we've heard. I think for me, I'll probably leave it with this playthrough now on this channel, move on to other things. But I'd encourage you that if you enjoyed what you saw, to buy it for yourself. And there's a link to the Steam store page in the description for this video. Because as I said, I think there are a lot more different paths and choices you could make, and get different endings. I mean, even at the ending, there were different paths I could have taken. We could have decided to slay the princess right at the end, slay death, and see what happened. I didn't feel like that was quite the right path for me in this playthrough. I think because all along I was, we started off with trying to save her, then trying to ignore the narrator, and at the end it felt like sort of rejection of the narrator's principles was kind of the right thing for how I'd played it. Even when we were killing the princess, it was kind of because the Shifting Mound had asked us to kind of bring these different manifestations to her. So that was kind of our motivation for doing that. But yeah, very interesting game. But we'll leave it there for now. So I'll just say, if you enjoyed this series, if you enjoyed this final video, if you could hit the thumbs up button, that'd be amazing. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, it'd be great if you could do so. We're going to have a lot more interesting games coming up. We're currently working through our I was going to say our Evil Baldur's Gate playthrough. I'm working through that, but it hasn't been published yet. It might be today, it might be tomorrow. I'm not quite sure, but we'll be starting the Evil Dark Urge playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3 very shortly, if not already. And there's plenty of other games I've sort of been holding in reserve and looking to play as well. So stick around for some of those. So I'll just say thank you very much for watching one last time, and I hope to see you elsewhere on the channel for other games, other playthroughs, other series. Bye for now.